said I walk, said I walk, said I walk. Yeah, yeah. They was hating cause I'm popping. Try to hold me back, but I ain't never ever stopping. All this money on me, I feel like.
Alright, what's up tryhards and losers, it's TyZo, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the best aim tips. This list has been worked on by some legends, such as Nist and Bixel, Lancelot, Jarret, and T-Snipe. Their links will be in the description. But aiming isn't really that hard in this game. I'm going to quote the great Bixel, who said, "Put crosshair on forehead, shoot, easy." So I'm going to share tips, tricks, and hacks on how to get you into situations where you can rely on your aim instead of your game sense. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1 is change your sensitivities. A lot of times I see people complaining about their senses or how they can't hit their shots. The funny part is they just need to change their senses. I actually had this problem with Phantom, and my sense was the default 0.35, and then I bumped it up to 0.7, and it feels a whole lot better. But if you feel your sense isn't too good for you, then just change it and experiment around. Strikeout's a great game mode for that because you just shoot. But we are going to see a shooting range mid-August, so that will be great too. For PC players, I really recommend AimLab. It's like Kovac but free, and I've had PC players say it's a whole lot better. Console really doesn't have any aim trainers, but the shooting range will help a lot. Tip number 2, peeking. A great thing with TPS or third-person shooters is that you can hide behind anything and see enemies that can't see you. Now a lot of times enemies will go one place and not really look at the half walls or the corners. And then when they least expect it, you just jump out and gun them down, just like Pixel does here. Tip number 3, flushing them out. If you have a gadget and can see them camping behind crates or a half wall or anything, throw an aid, a sticky, or a Molotov at them. My personal favorite is a Molotov because of the time it lasts and the spread, but anything is perfect for it. Here, C-Snipe uses a Demo launcher to flush out one Dallas, and then the Dallas gets gunned down by C-Snipe's teammate. What you do is you try to find an area where you can do damage to the enemy with an aid. Chuck it, and as soon as it does damage, or they see it, they will panic and try to get away. Then this is your chance to start shooting. Tip number 4, moving and positioning. When you play with good players, you will almost always see them moving to find an angle better than the last. A lot of times players will only check 1 or 2 angles, but if you can get to the angles they aren't checking, then it's almost always an automatic checkmate. Here you see yours truly, me, just moving around trying to get the Dallas or the Saint. And I do make a mistake, but I quickly recover from it and then we win the round. Tip number 5, consciously aiming upwards. This is more for rogues with scope since it's easier with them, but if you try to hit the headshots more consciously for any gun, then you will kill them faster and even one-shot them with Phantom. Of course, this is one of the harder tips because in the middle of a fight you have to remember and you don't know how much time you have, but if you can do it, then it's an absolute game winner. With that, you should also learn recoil control, because if you can master recoil control, then that's a game winner too. Tip number 6, hitboxes. The hitboxes are whack right now. You can aim anywhere close to a person and still hit them. Look at this clip. That's why people hit you when you're so slightly exposed or when you're behind a wall. This clip was recorded by my friend who plays on mouse and keyboard, so it's not aim assist. This is why right now you don't have to be dead on onto a person unless it's a scoped gun. You can lag a bit behind and still hit them somewhere close and it'll work. Tip number 7, scoping in versus not scoping in. This tip can win you fights at close range. This is a real question because it takes longer to scope in, but you can't be more accurate. At close range, scoping in is a no unless you have a peek or are expecting them. By close range, I mean up to 20 feet / 6 meters. You should always scope in after that, but I'm going to tell you the best guns for hip firing, even though it's really preference based and upgrade based. But SMGs are really good for tracking and hip firing, especially the LMPX. Tracking is very important because you can't just spray and pray in this game, since the TTK is very fast. You actually have to hit your shots. Tip number 8. Knowing how long you can peek. A lot of times, people will stay peeking too early or peek too late. You see this a lot with Phantoms. They try to quick scope because they think they need to, or else they will get killed. And I can't tell you how much you need to peek. It depends entirely on who you play, who your enemy is, and how much health and skill each of you have. But if you can learn this is a game winner. I've had countless attempts where I've peeked too little and stepped out of fights when I thought I was one shot, but I was good 75 health. And I've had a lot of times where I've peeked too much and I've died because of it. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope all of these tips helped you. Comment FF here if you stayed till the end. Like it, share it, sub it, press the bell, go follow all my friends. I don't know. But I have a problem. I don't know if I should release my how to play aggressive and how to counter aggressive, or if I should release why you're not improving. So comment that down below in the comments also. Thank you guys, peace out, and stay Wildin.